love this question. And I think the reality is, again, setting these rhythms and making sure board members as leaders understand their role, one, as a board member, but two, as the opportunity to speak into the team, not in a, this is what you should do managerial way, right? But in a, hey, how are you taking care of yourself? What are things that I could do that maybe would allow you to have a little more flexibility?
I love that question.
Is there a donor that I could help talk to, open a door with, right? And I think the reality is these rhythms that I keep talking about, right? We have a vision, and how do we, and confession, when I first started building out this training, it was actually called Vision to Strategy. And I thought, oh, we got to have a strategy and you got to implement this plan. And all of a sudden it just hit me that the reality is it's a rhythm. Like if it doesn't happen today, 95%, it's okay. Right? Like it can happen tomorrow, but we do need to know what those rhythms are so that we don't miss opportunities, so that we're staying on track. And so those rhythms include, like I said, you're going to visualize annually, you're going to track quarterly, you're going to reevaluate monthly to say like, hey, do I need to change? We're not on track. And then I believe that each week finding something to celebrate. And so as a board member, being able to kind of just check in and say like, hey, what, it's kind of like we call it a rose and a thorn in our family. We sit down, we say, what was the rose of your day? What was the thorn of your day, right? I think if there is someone who leads in a way on a board that is empathetic, that understands the work that we do and is able and willing to just say like, hey, I just want to check in with you. Like, what is it? Where are you? How do we adapt things? And really, I've seen really good board members do this, right? And they come alongside the executive director. They say, hey, let's take a sabbatical, which is, very one direction, right? But even just what can we do?
How can I help? Yeah.
Can we get interns, right? And so I think the reality is understanding what we can control and then doing what we can to make that happen. And it's the same thing with a board member. And it brings me joy to know that there are those types of board members out there, right? Who care about the mission and know their role and are willing to just say, and I think even having a board member say like, hey, I don't know what to do in this situation. I want to support you. Like being vulnerable enough and open-handed would be an ideal, wouldn't it? Like,
oh, 100%. And just to have because I do think that board members come in like gangbusters, gung-ho, very excited about the mission, but then that does, eclipse sometimes the actual humans and what they're doing. And we end up with these, unrealistic metrics sometimes, but even if they are realistic, that's the only thing that we're focusing on, as opposed to the real health of the organization also encompasses the health of the humans that are a part of the organization on the services side as well. So then I like, just given our compassionate natures and given the type of person that is called to this type of work,